Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to the training session series from the Deanship of eLearning and IT. Myself, Rima Shaheen, and today we are going to discuss about a very interesting topic, that is how e-learning benefited by artificial intelligence, and that's a transformation in the educational industry. All of you are much familiar about the technology right now because of many past year, like you can say since 3 years, we are much familiar with the technology, and we are restricted to use the different technology for our education as a faculty member or as a learner or student. So now, saying this, that technology is the side thing for the education or any kind of the profession, so this is not a true. Without technology, now we are not able to work anything. So if I'm talking about today about the artificial intelligence, let me tell you one thing about it. Today's session is about the kind of information and the awareness about the new technology. This term is maybe familiar with you or not, but I'm sure this terminology like artificial intelligence is familiar with you, all of you, but you don't know about the actually the usage of it in education, and how you will be able to use it, and where artificial intelligence serve for the education industry. So today we will discuss about it. Why we are going to discuss this topic? Because artificial intelligence has brought a remarkable transformation to the field of e-learning, the educational industry in the several ways. The fusion of technology and education has proven to be a game changer, offering numerous benefits to the both educators and learners. First thing first, let's have a look what actually the mean of the artificial intelligence and how it will works. So what is the basically artificial intelligence? It's a simulation of a human intelligence processes by the machines, especially computer system. Specific applications of AI include expert systems, natural language processing, and the speech recognition and machine vision. What basically artificial intelligence do is, you can say in a very simple words, that this is a kind of a replacement of a human. No, this is a basically a like a, you can
Nadia
say
R has joined the meeting.
artificial intelligence can help you to do the things more efficient way, more quickly, more faster, error free, but this is just like work like a human being. So there's a one difference between the human being and the artificial intelligence tools and different softwares, that the softwares did the work very well, without error free, without doing any mistakes, and they do the work faster than human being. That's it. And if I elaborate this artificial intelligence in education, that artificial intelligence can help students to learn the better and the faster when paired with high quality learning materials and instruction. Here, I want to explain one thing. AI is not just a piece of tool or a piece of software. You just log in and just use it. Basically, AI is a aid for the technology. We already have a technology which is working very well. We do have our machines, so they are working. But when we are doing a collaboration with the AI, they work like more effective and more productive way. So the mean of this, the making the learning more better and the faster when paired with the high quality learning material and instructions. AI systems can also help students to get back on track faster by alerting teachers to problem the naked eye cannot see. So that's the difference between the human and the AI, that some of the things in the human
Nadia
not
R
able
has
to
left the meeting.
not able to detect, not able to see, but if you are using any AI system or a machine,
Nadia R has joined the meeting.
Okay, if I'm talking about the artificial intelligence, so we have to know where AI can help us in the education in the which categories. So if I make the different categories, so there is the three different terminologies we are using. The first one is the machine learning based, natural language based, and the vision based. What is the meaning of the machine learning AI? Basically, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that automatically enables a machine or a system to learn and improve from experience. Instead of any complicated programming, machine learning uses
Media
algorithms
has left the
to
meeting.
analyze large amount of data, learn from the inside, and then make informed decisions. So this is called the machine learning based AI. And if I'm going to talk about the natural learning AI, so this is a natural language processing, you can say, refers to a branch of a computer science, more specifically the branch
Dr.
of
Ahmed has
artificial
joined the
intelligence
meeting.
or AI, concerned with giving computers the ability to understand text and spoken words in much same way like the being can do. So this is called
Nadia
natural
Art has
language.
joined the meeting.
So now I'm going to talk about the vision based AI. So what does it mean? That computer vision is the field of artificial intelligence that enables computers and systems to driven meaningful information from a digital images, videos, and other visual inputs, and take action or make a recommendation based on that information. So the vision based AI can do these kind of things. So it can help us in the term of the machine learning, in the term of the natural language processing, and also in the term of the vision based scenarios. So let's have a look to just understand in a very quick way what actually the AI and how it works.
Artificial intelligence for people in a hurry. The easiest way to think about artificial intelligence is in the context of a human. After all, humans are the most intelligent creatures we know of. AI is a broad branch of computer science. The goal of AI is to create systems that can function intelligently and independently. Humans can speak and listen to communicate through language. This is the field of speech recognition. Much of speech recognition is statistically based. Hence, it's called statistical learning. Humans can write and read text in a language. This is the field of NLP, or natural language processing. Humans can see with their eyes and process what they see. This is the field of computer vision. Computer vision falls under the symbolic way for computers to process information. Recently, there's been another way, which I'll come to later. Humans recognize the scene around them through their eyes, which create images of that world. This field
Shakil
of image
Ahmed has
processing,
left the meeting.
which, even though it's not directly related to AI, is required for computer vision. Humans can understand their environment and move around fluidly. This is the field of robotics. Humans have the ability to see patterns, such as grouping of like objects. This is the field of pattern recognition. Machines are even better at pattern recognition because they can use more data and dimensions of data. This is the field of machine learning. Now let's talk about the human brain. The human brain is a network of neurons, and we use these to learn things. If we can replicate the structure and the function of the human brain, we might be able to get cognitive capabilities in machines. This is the field of neural networks. If these networks are more complex and deeper, and we use those to learn complex things, that is the field of deep learning. There are different types of deep learning in machines, which are essentially different techniques to replicate what the human brain does. If we get the network to scan images from left to right, top to bottom, it's a convolution neural network. A CNN is used to recognize objects in a scene. This is how computer vision fits in, and object recognition is accomplished through AI. Humans can remember the past, like what you had for dinner last night. Well, at least most of you. We can get a neural network to remember a limited past. This is a recurrent neural network. As you see, there are two ways AI works. One is symbolic-based and another is data-based. For the database side, called machine learning, we need to feed the machine lots of data before it can learn. For example, if you had lots of data for sales versus advertising spend, you can plot that data to see some kind of a pattern. If the machine can learn this pattern, then it can make predictions based on what it has learned. While one or two or even three dimensions is easy for humans to understand and learn, machines can learn in many more dimensions, like even 100 or thousands. That's why machines can look at lots of high-dimensional data and determine patterns. Once it learns these patterns, it can make predictions that humans can't even come close to. We can use all these machine learning techniques to do one of two things: classification or prediction. As an example, when you use some information about customers to assign new customers to a group, like young adults, then you are classifying that customer. If you use data to predict if they're likely to defect to a competitor, then you're making a prediction. There's another way to think about learning algorithms used for AI. If you train an algorithm with data that also contains the answer, then it's called supervised learning. For example, when you train a machine to recognize your friends by name, you'll need to identify them for the computer. If you train an algorithm with data where you want the machine to figure out the patterns, then it's unsupervised learning. For example, you might want to feed the data about celestial objects in the universe and expect the machine to come up with patterns in that data by itself. If you give any algorithm a goal and expect the machine, through trial and error, to achieve that goal, then it's called reinforcement learning. A robot's attempt to climb over the wall until it succeeds is an example of that.
So by this video, you can see the total, all the categories of the AI and how it's different category we do have. So the simpler way we can say AI can work on the two types of the thing, the symbolic recognitions and the machine learning. So you can easily identify the in how many different categories it can be classified.
Nadia Odd has left the meeting. Dr.Sumathi Nagarajan Kupyasame ID 4427557 has joined the meeting. Recording in progress.
Okay, here is, you can see one different things about the AI. Here is one Barnard Marr in 2017. Who is he? He is basically Barnard Amar is a world-renowned
has joined the meeting
and thought leader in the field of business and technology, with a passion of using technology for the good for the humanity. And he is a best-selling author of the 20 books and write regular columns for the Forbes and advise and coaches many of the world's best-known organizations. So according to him, what AI is? So according to him, the AI is giving us a differentiated and the individualized learning, automation of the administrative task, tutoring and support outside the classroom, and the universal access for all the students. So these are the all different things which AI are giving us according to the Bernard Marr. He just represent these four different categories in 2017. Let's have a look what he is saying about the AI, and he will explain about how AI can be contribute us in the education very well. So let's have a look about it.
How is artificial intelligence used in education? I help companies use AI in practice. I help them rethink their business model and their strategy. And education is one of the areas where AI will make a massive impact. What is really important to understand is that AI is not a threat to teachers. It's not there to replace teachers.
Amira Kabashi has
to
left the
better
meeting.
education to our children, to make this whole experience better for kids and for teachers. To some extent, AI helps us to rethink our whole education system and how it is delivered. I believe that we need a much more hybrid model where we basically get the best out of our artificially intelligent enabled systems and our teachers. For me, when the kids spend time in school with the teacher,
Lothiana Mdanyati and Musa has joined the meeting.
they should be exploring things. They should discuss things and build their communication skills. They need to problem solve. So all of these things, I think, are vitally important. At the same time, we can bring in artificial intelligence to give us sometimes a more differentiated and more individualized learning experience. Because if you think about this, there are companies like Content Technologies and Carnegie Learning that are developing these platforms, these learning platforms that enable AI-driven learning, testing, and feedback that students will get. Think about an app, for example, that enables you to learn math. So there's Thinker Math, for example, an app that will track student progress. They will really identify areas that you're not particularly good at, and they will then emphasize, they will provide more learning on them. So the speed of every individual student can be customized. And this is something that a teacher simply can't do with a classroom of 20 or 30 children. We are already used to using these kind of approaches in language learning, where we have tools like Duolingo and Bubble that basically allow hundreds of thousands of people to learn languages at their own pace. It will accelerate learning speeds or decelerate them and focus on certain areas that the AI will observe where they need more support. And if you then combine some of this learning, where some of the very basic knowledge transfer that teachers have to do, you can outsource some of this to AI and then actually make the role of the teacher much more exciting, where they can spend with time with students to do the really human, the interactive, the creative part of the learning bit. So using artificial intelligence in education also enables us to potentially give universal access to learning. In the same way that we can use these apps in our schools, you can make them available worldwide in any language, and any student anywhere in the world can have access to the best language learning, the best math tutoring, and so on. And artificial intelligence allows us to outsource some of the administrative tasks. We've seen this for a while, that we've had the ability of machines to grade our multiple choice exams, for example. AI has come such a long way. Nowadays, we have AIs that can write entire books autonomously, that can summarize entire libraries of books for us. So it is not a big reach for them to also grade written essays for people. So again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to enable teachers to spend more time on the things that they love and outsource some of the more mundane administrative tasks to the artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is hugely relevant to schools, to universities, to any education organizations. And especially as education is now changing to a much more lifelong learning process, it will help us to engage students across their entire life, where we already see this in applications like Coursera and Udemy that offer these MOOCs, these massive online courses, and they are starting to use AI and leverage AI in everything they do. So for me, AI has a real potential to transform teaching and make it better for both students and teachers. How is